5 people are arraigned on child sex abuse charges. A local state park announces plans for new attractions, and an arrest has been made after counterfeit money is found, and it all happened this week. Welcome everyone to This Week. I'm Sean Allen. For the next half hour, we'll catch you up on the news you may have missed and give you updates on the week that was in your hometown. 5 people were arraigned in Martin Circuit Court Thursday on child sex abuse charges. 28-year-old Heather Klein and 36-year-old Paul Thomas Mullins, both of Paintsville, are charged with 4 counts of complicity to commit first-degree sodomy and 16 counts of complicity to commit first-degree criminal abuse of a child under the age of 12. 77-year-old Edwin Moore of Lovely is charged with 2 counts of complicity to commit first-degree rape of a child under the age of 12. 32-year-old Jessica Harless McCoy of Tomahawk and 39-year-old Marlena Evans of Lovely are both charged with 3 counts of complicity to commit first-degree sodomy and 4 counts of first-degree sexual abuse of a child under 12. The criminal complicity charge means that these crimes were allegedly committed in conjunction with others and can also apply to parents or guardians who fail to protect a child. A pretrial hearing has been set for all of the defendants in Martin County Circuit Court April 20th. A contract photographer from East Tennessee will not be allowed to work in the Pike County School District anymore after a racist note was allegedly written on an order form. According to a Facebook post from a parent of a student at Feds Creek Elementary School, a note identifying the student as Colored Girl was written on a photo proof returned to the school from the photographer. Pike County Schools Superintendent Reed Atkins said the photographer from Captured Memories Photography in Johnson City, Tennessee will no longer be allowed to work in the Pike County School District after pending orders are all filled. A spokesperson for the family of the student told EKB News the family and the school discussed the situation and the matter has been resolved to everyone's satisfaction. The city of Prestonsburg announced Tuesday it's leasing part of Jenny Wiley State Resort Park. Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Secretary Don Parkinson and Parks Commissioner Donnie Holland recently signed a lease with Prestonsburg Mayor Les Stapleton for a portion of Jenny Wiley State Resort Park. The city will utilize the lease to reopen the old park swimming pool and add new attractions like zip lining and a children's aquatic park. Mayor Les Stapleton says this is just another step in developing adventure tourism.
A lot of people question why I concentrate on adventure tourism. For the most part, it's not real expensive to do. The terrain's there. We don't have to develop terrain. The beauty's there, so you don't have to do any aesthetic work. We have the trails. We're right in the middle of it all. We've got to take advantage of it. You know, if somebody wants to make a 3-day tour, they hit Slade, they hit here, they go to the breaks. You got a 3-day tour in East Kentucky, and you're going to see things that you won't see anywhere in the world. We want to make Prestonsburg a destination. We don't want to be somewhere you stop by and grab a sandwich and drive on through. We want you to have something to do when you stay here.
The attractions are scheduled to open next year. 2 people are facing felony shoplifting charges. 41-year-old Anthony Collins of Belfry and 50-year-old Ida Castle of Inez are each facing a charge of first-degree robbery. Pike County Sheriff's Office Detective Brian Conley said Collins performed a grab-and-run of merchandise at the People's Clothing Store at the Southside Mall in South Williamson on February 22nd.
He was trying to recover the merchandise and also trying to detain the shoplifter. And the shoplifter had gained entrance inside of the vehicle, and he told the female driver, which ended up being Ida Castle, to floor it, go, and she did. And in the course of that, he was dragged.
Collins was arrested the day after the incident at the mall, and Castle was later arrested in West Virginia on an unrelated warrant and was extradited back to Kentucky last week. An Ohio man was arrested Monday for allegedly passing counterfeit money to vendors at the Bull Creek Trade Center in Prestonsburg. Kentucky State Police received a call from a vendor claiming a male subject had paid her for a phone case with a counterfeit $50 bill. The vendor confronted the man and not only got her phone case back, but took a picture of him as well. She also said several other vendors had been given fake money by a group of men. 18-year-old Wyatt West of Ohio was arrested at the scene and charged with first-degree criminal possession of a forged instrument and then lodged in the Floyd County Detention Center, where he remains lodged under a $5,000 cash bond. Over $1,000 in counterfeit money was confiscated. West later identified 2 others, he says, were involved in the incident. The Johnson County Sheriff's Department also reports the same male subjects were at the stock sale and purchased firearms with that counterfeit money. Bull Creek Trade Center management says they're appreciative of the quick response by law enforcement. The case remains under investigation by the Kentucky State Police. Coming up, Kentucky's Attorney General was in Floyd County for a drug forum this week, but first, EKB meteorologist Ross Whitley will begin with a look back at the week in weather. That's coming up on This Week.
Pikeville Medical Center's vision services now include an optometry clinic. In partnership with the University of Pikeville, Kentucky College of Optometry, PMC provides diagnosis and treatment of eye conditions for the whole family. The optometry clinic is conveniently located on the 9th floor of the PMC clinic. Schedule an appointment today. Call 606-218-2209. Pikeville Medical Center, providing quality eye care to the region.
And Marv, our blood sugar is dropping. Go, make us a plate.
31. 10:31.
We'll literally die of hunger.
Would you slide in, please, Carl?
Ricky Fast.
1.
Bingo! No.
Carl.
Jimmy John's.
The Martin County Sheriff's Department added another blow in the fight against the drug epidemic Thursday when they arrested 3 men from West Virginia after conducting a controlled drug buy of methamphetamine near the Sheldon Clark High School.
After we did the controlled buy, we had gotten a complaint of a DUI on the driver of that truck. Also, the truck stopped at a convenience store where my K-9 unit was at, and my K-9 officer had noticed that the passenger was possibly under the influence and made note of that. The deputies, like I said, recovered a set of scales, and actually we recovered the cash that we used for the buy. And all in all, it was a pretty successful buy.
25-year-old Danny Nelson, 18-year-old Thomas Watts, and 25-year-old Richard Flowers, all of Kermit, West Virginia, were arrested and charged with first-degree trafficking in a controlled substance and trafficking a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school. Kentucky Attorney General Andy Beshear made a stop in the mountains Thursday to address a topic that hits close to home for many in our region: drug abuse. The drug epidemic in our region continues to grow, and so do the efforts to combat the issue, as was evident this evening where a community drug forum was held and hosted by Attorney General Andy Beshear, who says there's no greater single threat to Kentucky than the drug epidemic, and when people who battle addiction begin to recover, so does everyone around them.
When you get people through recovery and when you send them through those parenting classes, when you teach those job skills, you're right, you rebuild lives, you rebuild families, you create healthier families. You can solve so many of the issues that are out there just by focusing on that root cause. And I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of people go through recovery, go back home and give that 2-year-old son or daughter the father or mother that they haven't had yet. You want to talk about a miracle right there? It certainly is to that child.
This evening's discussion panel included everyone from local leaders to survivors of addiction who were there sharing their experience and message of hope in recovery.
I've seen some extraordinary stories in my life of people that I know that have gotten into recovery and things that they've done and gone on to do with their lives that are very inspiring to me. And it is true. When one person recovers, yes, the family begins to recover because the whole unit is sick, I believe, with addiction, with the disease of addiction. And it is a family illness. It's a community illness.
The White House's proposed budget was presented Thursday, and in it, President Donald Trump made clear his intention to shrink the size of government by eliminating 37 federally funded programs, including the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, the Weatherization Assistance Program, and the Appalachian Regional Commission. Floyd County Judge Executive Ben Hale says the loss of the Appalachian Regional Commission funding alone could be disastrous for Eastern Kentucky, but that he expects a fight from local representatives.
The impact on it would be astronomical, because it's usually around $10 million a year just in grant monies in ARC, and they help a host of projects, whether they're infrastructure projects, water and sewer projects, or other things. So every dollar counts when we need that help for infrastructure projects. I feel that our congressman will go to bat for us. I know he will. He always has, Congressman Rogers. And I'm sure that somehow or another he will get that reinstated back into the federal budget.
Well, while the week started on a nice note, Old Man Winter decided to make a return with snow and colder temperatures by midweek. Meteorologist Ross Whitley joins us now with a look back at the week in weather. Hey, Ross.
Welcome back to This Week. Now we get to take a look back at this past week's weather, and it was an up and down week for sure. Started off the week quite nice. Monday, 62 degrees, just a few rain showers overnight headed, and that brought in the colder temperatures. And look how much colder it got. 36 degrees was only our high on Tuesday. Picked up a trace of snow, and officially at Jackson, 0.02 inches of rain. And then on Wednesday, it got worse. Only got a high of 31 degrees. Our overnight lows from Tuesday to Thursday, all in the teens. And we picked up 0.2 of an inch of snowfall on Tuesday with only a high below freezing. Thursday we started the warming trend, 43 degrees, overnight low of 18, tied a record for that date. And then Friday, got a little bit of rain in here in the afternoon, only topping out around 42, but the warming trend definitely starting. And this was the reason for the cold temperatures. We watched a Clipper system and a piece of energy out of the Gulf come together and really produce a big storm for the Northeast. Luckily here we just saw some wraparound moisture leading to a few snow showers and a little light dusting for some. I think the most I saw out there was around 1 inch of snowfall just north of Dorton. But that system moved on out and led the way to cold temperatures, seeing amounts of snow up to 2 feet in the Northeast. Some totals over 40 inches of snow here locally, just a trace to about 1 inch of snow. The cold temperatures were really the story. Overnight lows in the teens, even tying a record. We set a record for a daily minimum high as well on Wednesday, with a high of 31. And that's a look at this past week's weather. Sean?
All right, thanks, Ross. Coming up, March Madness is here. Straight ahead, Michaela Culley joins us with everything that happened this week in sports. That's coming up next on This Week.
Pikeville Medical Center's emergency department has immediate openings for NPs, RNs, ED technicians, EMTs, and paramedics. PMC is a Level 2 trauma center and is home to an $11.3 million state-of-the-art emergency department and the region's most advanced medical technology. PMC offers great pay and an excellent benefit package. Call 606-218-4908 or visit pikevillehospital.org to apply.
In times of joy, in moments of grief, we are there. When the world looks for truth, broadcasters come through, even when all else fails. Today, with more ways than ever to experience the moments that transform our lives, Americans still choose broadcast television and radio more than all other media combined. Television and radio are still the most trusted sources for news and entertainment. And our web and social sites are among the most visited sites in our daily lives. When important moments happen, both big and small, we're the first informers to history. We are the pioneers, the innovators, the local broadcasters of radio and television, reaching more people, touching more lives.
I'm Krista Kim, occupational therapist, Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
I'm Dr. Paul of Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
I'm Crystal Ellis, intensive care nurse, Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, executive secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
I'm Kevin Zachary, chief executive officer. I want to thank you for entrusting your care here at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
From high school to NAIA to the NCAA, it's been a busy week for our sports department as teams battle to claim the top spot in the tournaments. Michaela Colley joins us now with a look back at the week's action.
It was a busy week to say the least in the sports world as the March Madness basketball wave continues to roll all across our region. The Pikeville Panthers made their first trip to the biggest show in high school hoops since 1999 after picking up 15th region champion honors. The Panthers faced off with 14th region champions Perry Central in first round action of the 100th Whitaker Bank KHSAA Boys Sweet 16 state tournament. The Panthers were unable to find their groove as the Commodores held all Pikeville scores to single digits, while on the other hand they had 4 players in double digits. The Panthers lost momentum after trailing by 3 at the half, later to fall to Perry Central 61-46. The Panthers conclude their season at 23-9. While Perry Central moved on to the quarterfinals for just the second time in program history, but they fell short on Friday to Scott 74-52, ending their season at 28-8. Congratulations to both teams on such a successful season. The Mingo Central Miners ventured to the Charleston Civic Center for the West Virginia Class 2A State Basketball Championship, where they picked up first-round victory over Philip Barber 75-52 on Thursday, advancing to the semifinals for the first time in program history. The Miners suited up to take on Fairmont Senior on Friday in the semis. The Polar Bears held Mingo Central to just 35% shooting from the field, compared to their 47 that helped aid in their 62-44 victory over the Miners, advancing to the Class 2A state title game for the third consecutive year. Mingo Central was led by Jeremy Dillon's 18 points and 8 rebounds. First-year head coach Kevin Hatfield and his Miners in their season at 20-7, but hey, it's better than last year when they ended at 2-20. Congratulations to the Miners. We'll see you all on the court next year. The Kentucky Women's Hoops program stepped on the court Friday in Lexington to open up NCAA play for Memorial Coliseum. The 4-seeded Cats cut it close with 13-seed Belmont University, but in the end they pulled out the 73-70 victory. The Cats were led by Michaela Epps' 30 points and Evelyn Akator's 22 points and 10 boards. The Cats trailed at halftime by 1, but opened up in the second half with a 13-0 run, which gave them the lead, and they never trailed again, but did allow Belmont to chip away at the lead. But sophomore Macy Morris sealed the deal with 2 free throws in the final seconds to push the Cats to the second round to face the Ohio State Buckeyes, who defeated Western Kentucky in first-round play on Friday 70-63. The Cats and the Buckeyes will take the court in second-round play for Memorial Coliseum in Lexington this weekend. The Kentucky men's basketball team took the lead over Northern Kentucky and never looked back, throttling their way through their first round game of the NCAA tournament. The Norse put up a fight, keeping it rather close all night long Friday night, but the Cats were able to pull away with a 79-70 win. De'Aaron Fox led the Cats in scoring with 19 points. Isaiah Briscoe not far behind with 17, and Big Bad Bam Adebayo put up 15 points and grabbed a whopping 18 boards in the Cats' win over the Norse. Northern Kentucky, in their first trip ever to the Big Show, didn't go down without a fight. Levon Holland II led the Norse with 22, and Carson Williams had 21. The Cats advanced to play in the second round to play Wichita State. The University of Pikeville women's squad picked up and flew to Billings, Montana this week as they picked a 6th seed in the 2017 Women's NAIA tournament, where they faced off with Lyon College. The Bears fell short in their first round game, losing 71-59, finishing their season at 21-11. UPike seniors Kella Eldridge and Candace Porter wrap up their careers at UPike among the top 15 scorers in the program. The U Pike men are moving right along in NAIA play from Kansas City, Missouri, in their 11th overall appearance to the Division I NAIA National Tournament and 5th consecutive. The U Pike Bears capped off a first-round win over Grandview, Iowa on Thursday, 79-62, advancing to the second round. The Bears were led by senior guard Clint Nuwashu, who racked up 22 points, and Darian Leslie's 15 points and 11 rebounds. And like I said, they just keep going. On Friday, the third-seeded Bears took the court with second-seed Columbia College, and it was another victory for the Bears as they defeated Columbia 56-51. Led once again by Clint Nuwasu's 13 points, Mike Lewis added 15 boards, and for just the fourth time in program history, the Bears are headed to the Elite Eight. And that'll do it for another week of sports from around our coverage area. Thank you for joining us this week. Back to you, Sean.
All right, thanks, Michaela. Coming up, we'll introduce you to two young Eastern Kentuckians whose voices will blow you away. That and more coming up on This Week.
Did you know that flu symptoms can be treated faster and at a lower cost at Pikeville Medical Center's Walmart Clinic instead of the emergency room? No appointment is necessary. The Walmart Clinic is located at 254 Cassidy Boulevard in Pikeville and is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Take your flu symptoms to the Pikeville Medical Center Walmart Clinic. Pikeville Medical Center, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Not the food.
I got you, sis. Freaky fast.
Let's get pregnant!
Jimmy John's.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetzy. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
There's a musical tradition here unlike anywhere else in America. During this week, we shine a light on part of that musical tradition. So now sit back, relax, and enjoy our mountain music.
It's time now for Mountain Music, being brought to you by the Mountain Arts Center, the main stage of the Country Music Highway.
Kelsey May's musical roots can be traced back to the same place as most artists from this region, from church.
Ever since I can remember, I was surrounded by music because I grew up in church and my dad sang in church and both sides of my family, sang a lot. And so they surrounded me with it ever since I could remember. And then I really got into the Disney princess movies. So I would dress up in my Disney princess outfits and I would go out to all the tenants and I would sing for them. Driving
Sometimes all you have to do to get a great idea for a song is just jump behind the wheel of a car, roll down the windows, and just drive.
The song that I sang was Drivin', and that's actually going to be my brand new single off my soon-to-be-released EP. I wrote that by myself. I kind of wrote it along the lines of just traveling a lot because I have, been fortunate enough to travel and to just see different parts of the world. I think everybody sometimes has those moments where they want to get away from all the stress of life. They just want to roll the windows down and they just want to have a great time with their family. So that's what this song is about. That's why I'm driving with the windows down. Oh yeah, I'm driving right out of this town. The world goes flying by, taking my sweet time when I'm driving. Yeah, driving. Oh, I'm driving. Yeah, driving. Oh, I'm driving. Yeah, driving.
Speaking of young musical talent in our region, hundreds of people turned out to the Mountain Arts Center last weekend to watch 16 talented singers battle it out for the title of Big Sandy Idol. Although all of the contestants gave an award-winning performance, at the end of the evening there could be only one winner. Peyton Trout from Belfry was named the 2017 Big Sandy Idol.
I get a scholarship to Big Sandy, and that's what I really wanted in this whole competition for 4 years now. So I get a spot on the Big Sandy Singers, and I get to go to Big Sandy. I get to record an album, and it will be released. Probably one that's going to have Dream On it. I like singing ballads and bluesy R&B, so there's probably going to be a lot of that on there. There's no words that can describe what I feel right now.
Coming up next, we'll fill you in on a few happenings in your area as we take a look at the week ahead. Stay with us. We'll be right back on This Week.
Pikeville Medical Center's vision services now include an optometry clinic. In partnership with the University of Pikeville, Kentucky College of Optometry, PMC provides diagnosis and treatment of eye conditions for the whole family. The optometry clinic is conveniently located on the 9th floor of the PMC clinic. Schedule an appointment today. Call 606-218-2209. Pikeville Medical Center, providing quality eye care to the region.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 800-876-6387, 800-876-6387.
Here's a look at some events that you may be interested in this upcoming week. This month's Hazard and Vision meeting will take place Tuesday, March 21st, beginning at 5:30 at the Hazard City Hall. Come share your ideas about how everyone can make Hazard a better place to live, work, and play. And the Artists Collaborative Theater 10K and 5K run/walk will be held Saturday, March 25th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information or for a link to register, head over to their Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed our look back at some of the stories that made headlines this week. Be sure to tune in next week at 6 p.m. right here on EKB TV. For This Week, I'm Sean Allen. Have a great weekend.